Let me ask you something straight. How many things in your life right now are sitting on a shelf labeled later? That book. You never finish that phone call. You keep postponing that idea. That dream that's been collecting dust in the back of your mind for months, maybe years now. Here's the truth. Procrastination is not just a bad habit. It's a thief. It steals your time. It steals your momentum. And if you're not careful, it'll steal your future. You see, life doesn't respond to your intentions. It responds to your actions. And the people who win in this world, they don't wait until they feel ready. They act even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. So in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to stop procrastinating. Now, not next week, not next year. Now, we're going to dig deep into why you delay, how to break the cycle, and how to build the habits that move you forward. One decision, one discipline moment at a time. Because listen, your dreams don't have time for excuses, and neither do you. Let's get started. Procrastination, the silent thief of dreams. Let's get one thing straight right from the beginning. Procrastination is not just some innocent delay. It's a habit, it's a mindset. And if you're not careful, it becomes a lifestyle. Let me say it as clearly as I can. Procrastination is the silent thief of dreams. It doesn't make a scene. It doesn't slam the door. It just quietly robs you while you keep saying, "I'll do it tomorrow." But tomorrow never comes. For the person who keeps waiting, tomorrow becomes next week becomes next year, and next year turns into regret. Procrastination is comfortable. It lets you stay in your comfort zone. You tell yourself, "I'll start when I feel more motivated." But let me tell you something important. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is the resident. And here's the truth. Every time you delay, you reinforce the habit of not acting. You teach yourself to wait. You teach yourself to hesitate. But life doesn't reward hesitation. It rewards action. I've seen it over and over again. Good people, smart people with talent, with ideas, but they keep putting things off. And they don't fail because they tried and fell. They fail because they never tried at all. Procrastination is expensive. Not just in money, in lost opportunity. Every day you wait is a day you could have grown. You could have built. You could have improved. But you didn't because you were waiting for the perfect moment. Let me give it to you straight. The cost of doing nothing is always greater than the cost of doing something wrong. You can recover from a mistake, but you can't recover the time you wasted doing nothing. And while you're waiting for everything to line up, someone else is getting ahead. Not because they're smarter, not because they're more talented, but because they're willing to start. Now, procrastination tells lies. It whispers, "You've got time." It says, "You're not ready." It convinces you that delay is safer than risk. But here's what I know for sure. Growth lives on the other side of action. And the longer you wait, the louder your fear becomes and the weaker your confidence grows. You don't need a better plan. You need a better push. So let's flip the switch. Ask yourself right now, what's one thing I've been putting off? Be honest. Write it down. Then take 5 minutes. That's right, 5 minutes. Do something. Send the email. Start the task. Open the document. Just begin. Because action kills anxiety. And 5 minutes of action can change your entire day. That small step builds momentum. And once you've got momentum, procrastination loses its grip. If you want to beat procrastination, you have to stop negotiating with your comfort zone. You have to stop waiting for the mood to strike. You have to say now means now. Procrastination doesn't care how big your goals are. It only needs one thing to win. Your permission to delay. Don't give it that. Remember, your dreams are counting on you to show up, not someday. Today you don't need more time. You need more decision. You don't need the right mood. You need the right mindset. So stop waiting. Start moving. Take that first step. Because the moment you break the habit of hesitation, you begin the habit of progress. Let's go. It starts with the mindset, not the calendar. People often say, "I just need more time. If I had more hours in the day, I'd finally get it done." But let me tell you something. Most people never realize it's not about the clock. It's about your thinking. Because you don't fix procrastination with a calendar. You fix it with a mindset. You can have the best planner, the most detailed to-do list, the perfect app. But if your thinking doesn't change, nothing else will. The truth is, you don't need more time. You need more clarity, more courage, and more responsibility. And all three live inside your mindset. See, here's the mistake we make. We think action starts with the schedule, but action starts with belief. And belief begins with how you see yourself. If you see yourself as someone who always delays, "I always put things off, always fall short," then guess what? You'll prove yourself right over and over again. That's the danger of a weak mindset. But if you shift your thinking, everything else follows. If you say, I am a person of action, I take responsibility, I don't need perfect conditions, I just need a purpose. Now you've got power. Now you've got movement. Let me tell you what changed my life. I stopped waiting for the right day and I started becoming the right person. Because when you become the right person, every day is the right day. Let's be real. You can't control time. You can't control the past, but you can control how you think, how you respond, and how you show up. Right now, your mindset is the lens that shapes everything. It determines whether a challenge makes you stronger or shuts you down. It decides whether you say, let's go, or maybe later. And here's something else to remember. Your mind will always come up with a reason to wait. It'll tell you you're tired. It'll say, start tomorrow. It'll suggest, let's just think about it a little more. But you have to override that voice with a stronger one. A voice that says, I do what needs to be done, even when I don't feel like it. That's discipline. That's identity. That's the mindset of a doer, not a dreamer. You don't need to feel ready to begin. You just need to begin because readiness is a result, not a requirement. The right mindset says, I'm responsible. I'm capable. I'm not waiting for the perfect moment. I'm building it. And once you adopt that thinking, procrastination doesn't stand a chance. So, let me challenge you today before you write down another task. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I need to be to get this done? Because when you focus on who you're becoming, what you do will take care of itself. Stop trying to manage your time and start mastering your mind. The moment your mindset shifts, your results will too. Let's move forward. The law of diminishing intent. Now, let me introduce you to one of the most important concepts I ever learned in personal development. It's called the law of diminishing intent. And if you understand this law, truly understand it, it can change your entire life. Here's what it says. The longer you wait to do something, the less likely you are to do it. That's it. Simple, but powerful. Because most people don't fail from lack of knowledge. They fail because they delay action. They get an idea, they feel the spark, they say, yes, I'm going to do it. And then they wait. They think about it. They sleep on it. They talk themselves out of it. And the longer they wait, the colder the fire becomes until one day it's gone completely. That's the law of diminishing intent. It means emotion fades. Motivation slips and hesitation kills the moment. Now, I don't say this to scare you. I say it to wake you up. When you get a good idea, act on it. When you feel inspired, move. Now when your mind says, this could help my life, your body should follow with, then let's begin. You don't need to finish it all in one day, but you do need to start while the energy's high. Because let me tell you, life responds to urgency. If you're casual about your future will be casual about you. But when you act with urgency, life takes notice. Opportunities show up. Momentum builds, doors open. And it all starts with the habit of immediate action. Think about it. How many times have you heard something powerful in a book, in a seminar, in a conversation and said, that's it, I'm going to change. And then what? You got distracted. You got busy. You told yourself, I'll start Monday. And Monday never came. That's the law in action. The longer you wait, the less likely you are to act. So here's the shift. Don't just capture good ideas, convert them into action. Don't just feel inspired. Use that energy to begin the next time something stirs your heart. Ask yourself, what small step can I take right now to honor this idea? It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be immediate. Send the message. Write the first line. Put on your shoes. Make the call. Open the document. Action turns inspiration into transformation. Let me remind you, motivation is temporary. Discipline is what makes change permanent, but action is the bridge between the two. The law of diminishing intent is real. If you ignore it, you'll collect ideas, but never results. But if you live by it, if you act fast, even in small ways, your life will begin to move with remarkable speed. Decide to be the kind of person who acts while others wait. Decide to be the one who moves while others plan. Because progress favors the person who doesn't wait for the right time, they create it. Let's build that habit right now. Break the big into small, then do the first thing. One of the biggest reasons people procrastinate is because the goal looks too big, too overwhelming, too far away. They look at the mountain and they freeze. They say, where do I even begin? And instead of starting, they stall. Not because they're lazy, but because they're overloaded. So, let me offer you a powerful shift in perspective. Don't climb the whole mountain today. Just take the first step, break the big into small, and then do the first thing you see. The mind loves clarity, it loves simplicity, and it loves direction. But when everything feels tangled and complicated, it shuts down. You delay. You avoid. You distract yourself with little tasks that feel productive but get you nowhere. So, here's the solution. When the goal is big, break it down, divide it, slice it, simplify it. Turn, write the book, into, write the first paragraph. Turn, get in shape, into, take a 10-minute walk. Turn, start the business, into, make a list of 5 people to talk to. Because the magic isn't in finishing the whole thing at once. It's in creating movement. And movement doesn't come from thinking about everything. It comes from doing something. Let me tell you a secret. The first step is always the hardest, not because it's difficult, but because it breaks the barrier of hesitation. Once you begin, something changes in you. Doubt turns into progress, confusion turns into focus, and fear loses its grip. Here's the key. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait until you have the entire picture. Just start with the part you do understand, and that small beginning will teach you the rest. You don't need to solve the whole puzzle today. You just need to place the first piece. Break the project down until it's too easy not to begin, and then do it immediately. Because here's what happens. That little win, it creates momentum. That single action, it builds belief. And before you know it, you're not thinking about the mountain anymore. You're already climbing. So ask yourself right now, what's one big thing I've been putting off? And then ask, what's the smallest possible action I can take toward it today? Not tomorrow. Not when it feels right. Today. Maybe it's a phone call. Maybe it's opening a file. Maybe it's setting a timer and working for just 5 minutes. Whatever it is, do it now, because that first thing, that's the lever that moves everything else. Remember, progress doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from doing something consistently. So don't let the size of the goal scare you. Shrink it down. Get started. And let the power of small steps carry you forward. The journey belongs to the one who starts. Let that be you today. Because here's what happens. That little win, it creates momentum. That single action, it builds belief. And before you know it, you're not thinking about the mountain anymore. You're already climbing. So ask yourself right now, what's one big thing I've been putting off? And then ask, what's the smallest possible action I can take toward it today? Not tomorrow. Not when it feels right. Today. Maybe it's a phone call. Maybe it's opening a file. Maybe it's setting a timer and working for just 5 minutes. Whatever it is, do it now, because that first thing, that's the lever that moves everything else. Remember, progress doesn't come from doing everything perfectly. It comes from doing something consistently. So don't let the size of the goal scare you. Shrink it down. Get started and let the power of small steps carry you forward. The journey belongs to the one who starts. Let that be you today. Discipline is the bridge between intent and achievement. Everyone wants success. Everyone has goals. Everyone makes plans, dreams big, and says, one day, I'm going to make it happen. But here's the difference between the dreamer and the doer. Discipline. Discipline is the bridge between intent and achievement, between saying it and seeing it, between hoping and having. And here's the truth. Without discipline, the best ideas die in notebooks. Without discipline, the strongest intentions collapse under pressure. Without discipline, your future becomes a wish, not a result. Let me break it down for you. Intent is where it starts. You decide what you want. You set a goal. You feel motivated. That's great, but it's not enough, because the world doesn't reward good intentions. It rewards follow-through. It rewards consistency. It rewards effort repeated, refined, and repeated again. And that's where discipline comes in. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when the bed feels warm. It's working on the project when distractions are calling. It's choosing growth over comfort. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. Discipline asks, what did you commit to? And then it holds you to it. Now, don't confuse discipline with punishment. Discipline isn't what you do to yourself. It's what you do for yourself. It's the gift you give your goals. It's the structure that protects your progress. Replace motivation with habit. Now let me ask you something important. Have you ever felt fired up in the morning, ready to take on the world, only to feel completely flat by noon? That's motivation. It's emotional. It's temporary, and it fades fast. Which is why you must learn this powerful truth. If you want lasting results, you have to replace motivation with habit. Don't get me wrong. Motivation is wonderful. It's exciting. It gets you started. But motivation is like a spark. It'll light the fire, but it won't keep it burning. What keeps the fire burning? Habit. The things you do not once in a while, but every single day. Because the real secret to success isn't in how high you jump when you're excited. It's in how steady you walk when you're tired. And that kind of consistency comes from habit. Now, here's where most people go wrong. They keep waiting to feel like it. They say, when I feel motivated, I'll start. When I'm in the mood, I'll take action. But the truth is, feelings follow action, not the other way around. You don't wait to feel good to do the work. You do the work, and that builds the feeling. You see, successful people don't depend on emotion. They depend on structure. They have habits that run whether they're motivated or not. Let me give it to you straight. You won't always feel like doing the right thing. But if you've built the habit, you'll do it anyway. That's the power of automation. You don't have to fight yourself every day. You've trained your system to support your success. Now, building a habit isn't magic. It's repetition. It's doing the right thing long enough for it to become part of you. And the good news, you don't need to do it perfectly. You just need to do it consistently. Start small, be specific, and repeat. If you want to get in shape, don't aim for 2 hours at the gym. Start with a 10-minute walk every day. If you want to write a book, don't wait for inspiration. Set a timer for 15 minutes and write. Make it automatic. Make it non-negotiable. Make it part of your identity. Because here's the truth. Motivation starts the race. Habit finishes it. And if you want to live a life of discipline, achievement, and peace of mind, you need habits you can count on even when your mood is unpredictable. So, what's one small action you can turn into a daily habit starting today? Not once a week, not when it's convenient, every day. Write it down. Commit to it. Make it simple enough to succeed but consistent enough to grow. Motivation is the push. Habit is the engine. And if you build the right habits, success becomes automatic. Let's build those habits now while the energy is high and the vision is clear. Because once your habits are working for you, you won't have to chase success. It will start chasing you. Get clear or stay stuck. If you're feeling stuck right now, if you're spinning your wheels, hesitating, procrastinating, let me give you the most likely reason. You're not clear. And when clarity is missing, action disappears. It's not laziness. It's not weakness. It's confusion. You don't know exactly what to do or why to do it or how it fits into the bigger picture. And let me tell you something important. The mind resists what is vague, but it responds to what is clear. If your goals are foggy, if your vision is half-baked, if your plans are just a wish list, you will stay stuck. You'll hesitate. You'll delay. You'll overthink. And that paralysis will cost you the most valuable thing. You've got time. Now here's the good news. Clarity is a skill. And like any skill, you can develop it. You don't have to guess. You just have to get specific. Let's start simple. Ask yourself, what exactly do I want? Not someday. Now. What does success look like? What does it feel like? What are the daily actions that lead to it? And here's another question. Why does it matter to you? What's the emotional reason behind the goal? Because if your why isn't strong, your follow-through will be weak. Clarity creates conviction. Conviction drives action. And action delivers results. It's all connected. Now, don't make this complicated. Clarity doesn't mean you have every step figured out. It means you know the next step and why it matters. You don't need a 5-year plan. You need a 5-minute decision. You need to write it down, own it, and move on it. So if you're stuck, get clear. Stop saying, I want to be successful. Start saying, I want to earn this much by this date doing this work because it will change my life in this way. Do you see the difference? Vague dreams produce vague results, but clear goals build clear momentum. And here's the bonus. Clarity builds confidence. When you know what you want and why and how to begin, fear loses its power. You're no longer guessing, you're directing, and that shift puts you in control. So let me challenge you right now. Grab a pen. Write down your goal. Be specific. Attach a reason. Break it into steps. And once it's clear, move. Don't let the light fade, because clarity without action is still procrastination. If you want to get unstuck, you don't need more time. You need more precision, more focus, more honesty. Get clear or stay stuck. The choice is always yours. Create urgency through deadlines and public commitment. Let me give you a simple truth about human behavior. We don't move without urgency. We may talk, we may dream, we may plan, but unless there's a fire under our feet, we usually stay where we are. That's why urgency matters. It creates focus. It demands action. And without it, even the best intentions slowly fade into the background. So how do you create urgency? You do it 2 ways. Deadlines and public commitment. Let's start with deadlines. A goal without a deadline is just a wish. It floats, it drifts, it has no weight. But the moment you assign a finish line, the clock starts ticking. Now you've got something real. A date, a decision, a direction. Deadlines are powerful. They break the cycle of someday. They say, "Be this day this will be done, or I will answer for it." And let me be clear, this isn't pressure to punish you. This is pressure to move you, because when the deadline is real, the mind focuses. Distractions lose their appeal. Priorities rise to the top, and procrastination has no place to hide. But there's another layer. Public commitment. You want to double your urgency. Tell someone, tell a friend, tell your mentor, tell your audience. Put your goal out there with the date and let people know what you're working on. Why? Because now it's not just your word, it's your reputation. And reputation is fuel. When you commit publicly, you raise the stakes. You add accountability. You create a sense of ownership that's hard to ignore. Now, don't mistake this for showing off. This isn't about proving something to the world. It's about proving something to yourself, that you follow through, that you finish what you start, that your word means something. Here's a simple formula. Set the goal, set the deadline. Say it out loud, then take the first step today. Don't keep your goals locked away in private journals. Bring them into the light. Let them breathe. Let them grow. And most of all, let them challenge you. Because here's what I've learned. Deadlines create direction. Public commitment creates pressure, and pressure applied correctly creates progress. If you want to win, you have to raise the level of responsibility. You have to make it hard to back out. You have to build a system that makes quitting uncomfortable. So, what's one goal you've been keeping to yourself? What's one outcome you've been quietly postponing? Set the date. Tell someone who matters and start now. The time for casual intentions is over. The time for real urgency is here. Decide, declare, deliver. That's how progress is made. Avoid the procrastination traps. Perfectionism, distraction, excuses. Let me tell you something I've seen again and again. People want to take action. They want to move forward. But just before they start, they fall into a trap. And not just one trap, 3 of them. Perfectionism, distraction, excuses. The deadly trio that robs more potential than failure ever could. Let's start with the first one. Perfectionism. Now, on the surface, it sounds like a good thing. Who doesn't want to do things right? But let me be clear. Perfectionism isn't the pursuit of excellence. It's the fear of being judged. It tells you, don't start until it's perfect. Don't show your work until it's flawless. Don't launch. Don't write. Don't speak, because it might not be good enough. And while you wait for perfect, time passes, opportunities disappear, and your courage slowly dies in silence. Let me tell you the truth. Done is better than perfect. Progress beats perfection every single time. The world doesn't need perfect work. It needs your work. Consistent, honest, improving. Now, let's talk about the second trap, distraction. We live in a world built to steal your focus. Notifications, scrolling, multitasking. Everybody wants your attention. And if you don't take control of it, you'll waste your day on things that don't move you forward. Distraction feels productive. It gives you the illusion of activity, but activity is not achievement. You have to protect your focus like a treasure, because it is. Set boundaries. Control your environment. Build time blocks where you do only one thing and you do it well. And now the third trap, excuses. Let's not sugarcoat this one. Excuses are lies. We tell ourselves to feel better about not taking action. I'm too tired. I'm not ready. I don't have time. I'll do it tomorrow. You want the truth? The people who succeed face the same challenges. They feel tired. They have doubts. They don't always have the time either, but they choose to act anyway. Because here's the principle. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. Excuses may comfort you for a moment, but they will chain you for a lifetime. So, what do? You expose the traps. You call them out. And then you move forward anyway. You don't need to be perfect, you need to be present. You don't need more time, you need more discipline. You don't need the perfect mood, you need the next move. So ask yourself, which trap do I fall into most? Perfectionism, distraction, excuses. Then write it down, make it visible, and build a plan to beat it. Because the enemy of execution isn't failure, it's delay. And these 3 traps are masters of delay. Don't let them steal another day. Push forward, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, even if it's hard. Because momentum is born the moment you break free from the trap and do what you said you would do. Let's finish strong. Design a daily routine that forces progress. If you want to stop procrastinating for good, If you want to move from intent to impact, then here's what you must understand. You don't rise to the level of your motivation. You fall to the strength of your routine. Let me say that again. Motivation is a great way to start, but it's your daily habits that determine how far you'll go. Success doesn't show up by surprise. It shows up through structure, through rhythm, through repetition. And the best performers in any field don't leave their progress up to chance. They design their day to create it. They build a routine that forces growth. Now, what does that mean? It means you create a daily plan that leaves no room for indecision. You wake up and you know what needs to be done. No guessing, no waiting for the mood, just action. Here's the key. Your routine must serve your priorities, not your mood. Let's break it down. Start with your mornings. That's where momentum begins. The first hour of your day sets the tone for the rest. Do you wake up with intention? Do you plan your top 3 tasks? Do you own your time, or does your phone own it for you? Design a morning routine that wakes up your mind and focuses your energy. Read, write, move, decide. Then schedule your day in blocks. Focus time for focused work. No distractions, no multitasking. One task, one block, one win at a time. And don't forget this. Build non-negotiables into your day. These are the actions that move your life forward no matter how you feel. For example, write for 30 minutes. Reach out to one client. Practice your skill. Review your goals. Read something that sharpens your thinking. The point is, your routine should pull you forward, not wait for you to feel ready. And here's something powerful. Track your habits. When you measure progress, you multiply it. What gets tracked gets done. Now I know what you might be thinking, Jim, I don't want my life to feel robotic. Well, let me tell you, a strong routine doesn't limit you. It frees you, it clears the clutter. It creates mental space. It gives you peace because you're no longer living in chaos. Discipline builds structure. Structure builds consistency. And consistency delivers results. So what's one routine you can start tomorrow morning? Not 10 things, just one. Build that habit. Anchor it in your day. Then add another. Because here's the truth. You won't change your life with a single decision. You'll change it with daily design. Design your day so progress becomes automatic. So excellence becomes your default. Though success becomes a matter of when, not if. You don't need more time. You need a better structure. A structure that demands your best even on your worst days. Build it, live it, refine it, and watch what happens. Don't just plot the life you want. Start living it now. So here we are at the end of this journey. But really, it's not the end, it's the beginning. Because all the ideas in the world, all the goals, all the plans, they mean nothing without action. You've heard the strategies. You've learned the principles. You know what's stopping you, and you know what to do next. Now, it's time to decide, because the gap between where you are and where you want to be, that gap is action. Not more thinking, not more researching, not more waiting for the perfect moment. Start. Start now. Start small if you have to, but start. Procrastination is not a schedule problem, it's a decision problem. And the decision is simple. Will you move or will you wait? Let me remind you, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. You don't need all the answers. You just need to take the first step. You don't need the confidence to finish. You need the courage to begin. So get up, get focused, get serious. Set the alarm earlier. Make the list shorter. Make the habits stronger. Make the distractions fewer. And above all, make yourself the kind of person who follows through. Because this isn't just about productivity. This is about becoming someone you can be proud of. Someone who lives with intention, with purpose, with direction. So don't just plan the life you want. Start living it now. You've waited long enough. The rest of your life isn't on the calendar. It starts with what you do today. So, let's go. Let's move. Let's build. Because the clock is ticking and your best days are not behind you. They're waiting to be built. One decision, one action, one discipline, day at a time.